capital comes to deals, it's very hard to take deals to capital. I just had this amazing network and I invested, oh God, I don't want to say, how many years, but years in building this network. And the net, result of that was a big fucking donut. Because the deals are so specific that they don't necessarily, so say there's 350, 400 venture firms, right? And on top of that, say there's 350 private equity firms. And on top of that, say there's, in this game, maybe sort of the Nathan Myhrvolds of the world who are, billionaires, but operators. And on top of that, there's sort of 17 true billionaires. And maybe on top of that, there's 60, $400 million guys kind of, in the game. But that is a very complex network of finance across thousands of firms. And so you get a deal, right? It's an accounting software that uses AI to predict the likelihood of you getting an IRS audit and highlights those things so you can fix them before you file your taxes, right? Very specific thing, valuable, exciting, growing fast. But the chances that your relationship network is a solid match for that specific thing, I found to be very low. And so finally I had a partner and he said, you got it all wrong, Oren. And this was the big takeaway. I'll let you comment. Capital flows to deals.
Yes. And in
if
fact,
you got the deal, the money will worm its way and look for the deal and find its way in. Very hard to push deals uphill. Capital flows to deals. So how do you square these two perspectives? It's like this amazing investment in relationships and things happen, but also capital comes to deals. It's very hard to take deals to capital.
I agree. I think having the great network is great, but it's not sufficient, because the reality is you could have a terrible network, but if you have a very specific knowledge of a sector and you have money, you're gonna be able to do whatever you want. That's why you see people you see this all the time. We all know that person who's so well connected, but they're never monetizing any of the stuff that they do, because at the end of the day, unless you can really truly lock up a deal, or it's your company, or you are the capital holder, when it comes to it, people maybe they'll throw you a bone, but they don't need you anymore, right? And so you've got to find a way to not just be the connector and know people, which, by the way, that's a valuable thing. It's clearly valuable, but you have to have more than that. It's kind of like being nice. It's kind of like being nice. Being nice is great, but if you're just nice, that is not sufficient to be like a very successful person. Like, people are like, oh, that person's so nice. Be nice and interesting, be nice and smart, like combine it with something else. It's just not enough at the end of the day to make sure that people want to have you in the room after you've done the job of bringing in the deal.
If you're planning to become a deal maker at this level, make sure to join the Daily Dealmaker. We get into one little piece of this daily, and so you're just stacking and stacking and stacking these tools and tactics and strategies until they come out of you as naturally as they come out of me and the people that I work with. Add the tips, tools, strategies, tactics a little bit every day, and by the end of a year, you'll be a totally different, new, improved person and a very strong deal maker.